Hey folks, Fromark here once again with part 9 of the Rayman Let's Play, and to keep things moving along, we're going to check out the pentathlon over in Picture City. But yeah, this is a series of levels I don't really care too much for, to be honest with you folks. I would say this is one of the lesser points in the game, because just not the biggest fan of Picture City overall, and I don't know, it's just, maybe it's got a little bit to do with the difficulty, because, I mean, the difficulty does amp up in some of these levels. I think those are supposed to be pins, the pink things with the eyes. Those pink things with the eyes are the flying rings, though. Of course, some of these eraser platforms have ink on them, so they make you slide around a little bit. Of course, I don't really need that red flying ring there. But I will take that fist glove power up, shrink down, and get this Electoon cage over here. Now, most of the Electoon cages in this level, I feel like you can get them all in one go if you know where to look and if you know what you're doing. Get my picture taken in Picture City once again. Swoop down to this flying ring. And no, I will shrink down over here, grab whatever's in this area whenever. Now I will. And yeah, get that extra life. I'll take as many as I can get. Of course, there we go. Gotta wait for that other shrinky-dink thing to show up. Whatever those things are called. I feel like I should know more about what these enemies and power-ups and everything's called for somebody who's been playing this game almost his entire life, but oh well. Doesn't take away from the adventure too much. Although maybe it does for some of you purists out there who want to know every single detail about the game, to which I could say just look some of that up on your own time, because I don't know every single thing about this game. I don't know every single thing about the Rayman series, and not to be rude, I'm just saying, there's some things I don't know. Feel free to enlighten me in the comments about certain things if you want. Of course, I want to look out for those lightning eyes over there, or whatever those are. And I noticed that, I don't know if it's a problem with the ROM, or if it's a problem with my PS3, but the music track stopped playing in this level, and like at the end of the loop, it just never looped back. Of course, one thing I always thought was pretty cool, I mentioned this in a previous part, where all the music is CD quality music, where you can just pop the game into a CD player and play each song. Of course, you can do that with a lot of early CD-based games, and this being no exception to that. And I gotta be careful in this section, because there's a whole mess of flying rings that'll just show up and trip me up, and yeah, you see it there, folks. You want to be careful in this section. But the good news about all this is it's right at the tail end of the level. So yeah, gotta give it a good yeah, and move on to the next part. Whatever that part has in store, it's this one. It's the other helicopter level, kind of like in Mr. Stone's Peak when I freed the hippie dude's guitar and he gave me that infinite flight ability. It makes a second appearance in this level. Of course, this level's not too terrible, if I do say so myself. It's got its moments. And the music came back, so that's pretty cool too. Of course, the music here for this level's pretty chill and laid back. And a third Electoon cage will be added to the list. So I got 3 more to go for this. And this is a tricky section where you just want to hit all the yin-yang ball and just try not to fall into the spike pit while you're knocking them out of the way like I just did. You just gotta be really precise sometimes, folks. And yeah, grab that small health bar. Ooh. That certainly didn't work to my favor. There's nothing up there. I'm just taking a little bit of time to carefully scour the area, make sure I got everything I need. I would say that I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't record it. Which I feel like I probably could have used a little bit more practice before I recorded this Let's Play, but and get my picture taken. But, I mean, I didn't feel like I wasn't going to be able to record this. So I just, as soon as I felt like I was capable enough to record Let's Play, I had to jump all in on this one. I don't think any video game has meant more to me than the original Rayman. Not even any Sonic games mean as much to me as this game. And that's a pretty tall order. Or whatever. So, ooh, if I can make it through all these thumbtacks? I think they're supposed to be like thumbtacks. Of course, there's plenty of these thumbtack enemies hidden throughout this picture city. They become more of a pain in one of the later levels in the Space Mama's Crater section. There's one particular level coming up where you really gotta watch for those thumbtacks. And that's one of two sections where you gotta just kind of ball up your fist and wait for the enemy to come back around so you can hit him and crawl through. Yeah, not really quite sure why Rayman's hair changes color for this one part. Of course, I can't really imagine Rayman having blue or pink hair on a regular basis. Of course, I'd considered dyeing my hair blue once, but I never went through with it. The only crazy stuff I ever did to my hair really was the time I bleached it and it just looked super out of place. Crawl through here once again. Well, not once again, but similar to what I did already. Fly over here, grab another cage. If I can get it. Let's see here. Nope. There it is. There it is, folks. More Electoons have been saved. Gotta give it another yeah! And move on. Sometimes in life, all you gotta do is give it a good yeah! Ooh, it's this level. This is one that you gotta be really careful with. And if you time it just right, the way you drop down here, it'll make it a little bit easier for you to get to that Electoon cage. But this is a really tricky level in several aspects. As you got these bouncy platforms, these erasers here that got a little extra bounce to them than most platforms in the game. And the trick is to just gradually drop down and fly down and hang off of each platform and try not to bounce yourself back up to the top, because if you keep doing that, no Electoon cages. Of course, shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, I make it look a little difficult at the moment, but to me, this isn't even the worst part of this level. Of course, I'll get there in a second. Yeah, there we go. Now to get the final Electoon cage. And to tackle that tricky part I was telling y'all just about a minute ago, if I can get there, yeah. Gotta get my picture taken again. And this is the tricky section. You just gotta be really cautious with this. And how you time your jumps and slide off the ink on the erasers there. And then you gotta backtrack and go back for the Electoon cage. And then you gotta do it again. Which, if I'm remembering right, the power of editing kind of helps me out. So I end up getting stuck and I'm not quite sure how to get back to where I need to. And that's where it happens. I think. Yeah, I'm remembering pretty well that this is what happens. I just got myself in a bit of a predicament here. There it is. Yeah. Right back to the checkpoint and all is well. Actually, you don't need to do any jumping. You just need to run and slide down the slopes there. Yeah, I'm not getting that extra life. Screw it. I don't need it. I kind of do, but yeah. We'll keep things moving along in this here pencil pentathlon. Actually, that's the end of the pencil pentathlon, folks. Let's go on to Space Mama's crater. Whoa, mama. It's the Space Mama. Honestly, though, I really like this level. This is one of my more favorite levels in the game. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The music that plays when you first start this level up is wonderful. I like all the art supplies meshing with the mountains and clouds and stuff in the background. It's just an overall beautiful level. One of the best on the game. Like I said, whoever was in charge of the art direction of this game knew their stuff pretty well, and they just did a real fantastic job. All the game designers, all the developers, everything that went into this game, and you could tell a lot of heart and soul went into it. Now I wonder if the rumors are true that this game wasn't play tested before it was released because of all the difficulty and the difficulty curve in the game. But I'm getting through it pretty decently if I do say so myself. Just continue tackling this flying rings, getting more pictures taken. I hear some enemy fire in the background. Hopefully nothing to worry about. And there are a couple of cages hidden throughout this one, just like every other level, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and get those first off. There's one that's up here, and it's right next to an end sign, but there's multiple exits in this level. I'm not going to be using that one, because I still need to go back and get another cage. The way he just jumps into a ball like, what does he think he is, Sonic? Nick the Hedgehog Man? Sorry? There's that other cage. Now this one's a little bit difficult to get it, because all those things, yeah, there we go. All those yin-yang things will respawn if you fall. So it just kind of leaves you in a bit of a spot. But no need to worry. I do enough worrying as it is. Now there's an extra life up above me, but there's also one that just spawned right there. I will go to get that now. Hopefully I don't get taken out by the pencils of doom. And yeah, it looks like I left that in. I spent a moment trying to get to that other extra life, and I think eventually I just say screw it. But I'll swing around for a minute, and yeah, I just gave up. Not that important. There's several extra lives hidden throughout this level, just like there are the couple of Lectune cages. Now I gotta outrun the spoon enemies chasing me with their spoons! Something, that Soundgarden song, Spoon Man! Now let's see, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Rayman, yeah! That wasn't so bad. Now to keep things rolling along with this level, difficulty kind of picks back up for this one. And I do believe I dive right about... It's somewhere in here. I'm pretty sure I fall to my death at some point. I don't know, I'm just kind of expecting death around every corner in this Let's Play, because it seemed like I had a lot more troubles when I recorded it. But going back to watch the playback and all the editing I did afterwards, and to come back and commentate over it, it looks like a fairly competent playthrough. Not to brag. Of course, I'm sure there's plenty of people who can play this game way better than I can, folks. Hey, maybe you're one of those people. Maybe Spoon Man there was one of those people. I got that extra life there. Ooh, yeah, I got tricked into this bonus round. didn't mean to activate it, but I'll go ahead and check it out just to see what I can do here. Yeah, this one that's not too terribly difficult. I can't remember if I got through this one with the extra life or if I ended up getting to try again. Or if I just gave up. But for now, it looks like I'm trying here. See how far along I get. Really careful maneuverability going on here, folks. Just kind of bounce around. I only got to get a couple more of these tings. There's the last one. Okay. Yeah! I'll be honest, when I recorded that, I thought for sure that I screwed this part up. But to get back to the main level, the main course, gotta deal with that Spoon Man there. But yeah, so the level's boss is Space Mama, who's the enemy from earlier in Picture City and the Eraser Plains that on that pirate ship battle. Gotta deal with her again. I like the music for this part, even if it's just mainly a bunch of click-clacking. Nice little bit of percussion. It slaps. The whole soundtrack slaps. Even the sound effects slap. I think I would want some of my funeral music to be from the Rayman soundtrack. When I die, somebody make that happen. I don't know what song. I guess any of them. Well, then again, it'll be a somber tone, I guess. Maybe something a little more on the serious side. Not like the Swamps of Forgetfulness theme, though. A little too much. But I don't need something too upbeat. But then again, maybe I do. So then, I don't know. I mean, I'll be dead, so it won't be my choice. I'm pretty much at the end of this level, but I still gotta get another Electoon cage. Now I'll go get it. Oh! That was a bit of a situation. Get out of here, Yin Yang. Ah! Oh, man, I'm just getting hit by everything. Whoa. There we go. 2 Electoon cages left, folks. Both of which I'm pretty sure are in the next section, which... The next level is the last one before the Space Mama battle. Spoilers! And actually, it looks like I'll take care of that in the next part. Because I have reached the end of this part, folks. So I'm going to give it a good yeah with Rayman. And that's going to do it for part 9. I will see you in the 10th part. Later.